You're with us in the city of audio. This is Audiopolis. The wise man Albert Einstein said life is like a bicycle. You have to keep moving so that you to keep your balance. Yes, this is Audio Police. This city, you have to keep moving in order to keep your balance. I'm so delighted to have you here on another episode of Audio Police. My name is Gboyega Ogunobi, and this is powered by Digit Sound. Yeah. So, straight into it, we are going to be discussing a very common topic, which I think will be of interest to our fellow tech guys, and not just tech guys. I think that everyone who has anything to do with audio, will find this information very important. The topic is amplifiers and speaker matching. Amplifiers and speaker matching. That is how to merge or calculate or select a speaker to a power amplifier. I hope you understand what I mean. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And I'm not alone in the studio today. I am with one of our great engineers. Let me use that word. Our in-house tech lead engineer in this house, and I will allow him to introduce himself. Welcome, welcome. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you very much, sir. My name is Engineer Ben Omiri, and I'm a tech head in any Digit Sound.
Absolutely. I think I even believe that I think that when it comes to digits, you probably even his face is more familiar than than myself. So it's all right. So we're going to dive deep into it. For those of you who have been wondering, or asking questions about, these amplifiers and speakers, we have chosen that topic to overly discuss it in depth and be able to pass some knowledge across to us. Everyone, I think everyone needs it, even pastors and those who are, signing the budget for sound. I mean, you will have been troubled by, why are we using this amount of amplifiers for this amount of speakers? If we have to buy speakers, must we buy amplifiers? So I trust that, in our discussion today, you will understand how these things work. So we dive into it. If you have any questions or any comments, please put it in the comment section. It will be nice to have your to share knowledge with you too, to know fellow engineers what you think about it. Before you leave this place, please ensure you like and subscribe on this page, Audio Police. So, Ben, how many how many years experience would you say you have had in live audio, so that our listeners can at least have confidence that we know what we are talking about?
Anyways, let me say, I'm still a baby in the industry.
You are still a baby in the industry.
By the grace of
We are all
God,
babies, so.
I'm like 7 years that I've been handling audio professionally.
Wow, fantastic. May I won't tell you how long. Myself, I be baby. All right. So, when we talk about amplifiers and speakers, I want you to first tell me what are the scenarios that you have seen about people when they connect their amplifiers, when they connect their speakers to their amplifiers, what are the things that you have seen in this your 7 years of being in the field work? I'm sure you have seen plenty things.
Yes.
So just tell me a few.
Actually, well, I've been to some churches, most especially like churches that they don't really, nothing bother them about the kind of speakers and then amplifier they need to buy. Some
They just need to hear. They just need to hear.
and some will just pack plenty, like 3 or 4 amplifier, and I mean speakers on one side of amplifier that even some will even the same amplifier, the same speaker that is meant for FOH, connect it back to the stage and all everything on one side of amplifier, and before you know they will keep calling. This thing is distorting. We can't hear ourselves. The sound is somehow and all. So it has been a huge lot of experience why people are just all in the name of we just need to hear sound.
Yes.
Just put it in the church.
My Lagbo friends, now. I used to see when the Fuji guys are setting up. You will see massive speakers. I mean mid-range subs, all arranged, and then you just see 2 amplifiers, that is powering that whole thing, and the thing will be, breathing, and it works.
They will tell you Omo satisfied that he's going to carry it.
Exactly.
This one can do 10 pairs of amplifier, 10 pairs of speaker, and
Exactly. We have seen
you
so many things in the industry, and we feel that some of these things can be corrected. It's not just you don't just plug and play. When we talk about power amplifiers, we're talking about amplifiers that are specific to powering loud speakers, and we will dive into the types of amplifiers and probably the types of speakers that we are talking about. Everything that is in the audio industry has some things in common. So no matter what you're using in terms of amplifiers and speakers, there's some rule of thumb that you must follow. So Ben, let's take it one after the other. In terms of speakers,
Yes, sir.
how do you think we should first rate a speaker? The first rule of thumb is to be able to know the rating of your speakers. So how does basically you find a speaker, a loudspeaker? How do we rate a loudspeaker?
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. One of the things we first need to consider, because we have different drivers in our speakers, ranging from subwoofer, then to woofer, then mid-range, and then we have high-frequency driver.
Absolutely.
So we first of all need to consider what exactly do we need? Do we need subwoofer, whereby we need this certain amount of low energy? Then when we're talking about the mid-range, how many people are we expecting this speaker to cover? That depends on how wide or how large the auditorium or the space is. Then how bright, because the tutor is what is going to, the high frequency is what's going to determine how far all these things can go. So in that situation, we now need to consider, is it 500 watts? Is it 200 watts? Okay, if we put 300 watts speakers here, how loud is going to give to us? Because the amount of electrical energy that is going into the speakers determine the sensitivity, which has to do with the loudness of the speaker wherever we put it. So that's going to help us to know, okay, is it 100 watts? Is it 200 watts? Is it 500 watts? And so on and so forth.
All right. Yeah. So that's very key and important. It's important you know the type of speakers that you are buying. Any speaker that you want to buy and you do not have the specification of the wattage. Number one, wattage. When we talk about wattage, we are talking about power. So when you heard Ben saying 100 watts, 500 watts, that is the wattage. You have wattage and you have what is called ohms. You have what is called ohms, and that is the resistance. That's resistance. Of course, people who did physics, you will understand all those terminologies. Ohms, your speaker that you are getting be must be graded in wattage and in ohms. Must be graded in wattage and in ohms. That means you must know the wattage of that speaker cabinet, and you must know the ohms. What are the various ohms
Okay.
that is allowed that we generally see in speakers?
Actually, I think it's rated from 2 ohms down
Right.
to 4 ohms. Then we have 6 ohm, we have 8 ohm, we have 16 ohm. And like you rightly said, sir, this has to do with amount of electrical energy that is allowed to flow through the speakers. So the lower the ohms, the higher the amount of electrical energy that is going to go through the speaker, and the higher the ohms, then the lower the electrical energy that the speakers needs in order to come up.
Exactly. It's important for you to know that everybody has a resistance. So you yourself, you have you can be measured in ohms.
Yes.
You
Otherwise,
know,
you'll just be going free fall.
you have to. So ohms is simply resistance to electricity or
the
electric
flow of
waves or
electricity.
flow of electricity. That's the ohms. And your speaker has its rating of ohms. Your speaker, let me just explain it this way. Usually, for the benefit of those who may be lay, I mean, when you have those speaker cabinets that you just have one woofer in it, maybe like just one woofer in it, and then the tweeter. It's usually that kind of speaker is usually you usually tell me we usually have a resistance of 8 ohms.
Exactly.
When you have it double, you most likely will be 4 ohms, right? So when you increase the level of your speakers in a cabinet, you are actually increasing the resistance. That's what it means. You are actually increasing the resistance. So the lower the resistance, the more you are, the more the flow, the more the power, the more the allowance that you have given to it. So if you find a speaker cabinet that is 2 ohms, it means that it can allow it will not resist too much.
Exactly.
And that is why these speakers run, you can find speakers that are even 8 ohms. So apart from the ohms, you also have what is called wattage. And the wattages are in different forms. Ben, you have heard about continuous power, program power, peak power. Please give us some education when it comes to this rating in terms of wattage.
Okay, that's a power handling of the speaker cabinet.
Yes, every speaker cabinet must have a rating.
Power.
Let me drop this here. If you are buying any speaker or any app that doesn't have any of this rating, or you find one speaker and they put it at the back, peak power only, I think you should run for your life. Yes.
Okay. We have continuous power. Likewise, also we have program power and we have peak power.
Yes.
So the program power is all these things are just telling us about the limit of power the speaker or the cabinet is able to handle and how far it can go. So just like when we are talking about to audio engineer like me that we are used to mixer, there is a particular light on the mixer that is telling us. So on that light we have what is called noise floor.
The meter.
Exactly, meter.
Yes.
So noise floor, then we have a nominal level. Then after the nominal level, we have the peak level. So the same thing with the speaker. So we have we call it RMX or continuous power
or program.
Yes. So what this means is that if we leave these speakers continuously for maybe for the
24
next
hours.
24 hours, 48 hours, nothing will happen to the speakers. It won't get hot, amplifier won't get any issue. But it has been programmed that, okay, this speaker is rated for 800 watts. That's the program that the speaker can handle. But if we are now putting it like 400, we know that, okay, it's specifically configured to handle 800 watts, but now we're giving it RMX or continuous wattage of 400. So it's going to be working seamless, effortlessly, without any issue, without any injury. But by the time you now get to program, it means that, okay, oh, this is exactly what is configured to actually handle.
Yes.
And when we're now talking of peak power, it's telling us that, no, this is just meant for like transient, maybe like such. It's not supposed to be there consistent, but there's going to be something like maybe when the kick just hit harder, or maybe talking drummer hit harder, and the level goes up immediately. So for that speaker to be able to handle it, just like flexibility, for that speaker to be able to handle it, and just, it's not that it's going to stay there, because if it gets long there, maybe like 1 minute, definitely there is possibility that the speaker is going to get poor. So it must not stay long there. It must just get to the peak and return back to the program power.
Here, there you have it. The wattage. So, for example, you have a speaker wattage that have been specified to have 400 watts at 8 ohms. That is a program, or you call it RMS, right? Yes. And then if it's 400, you have some specification will even give you lower to give you 200 watts. That this speaker can go 200 watts. It means that the speaker can be there for like almost forever, and nothing will happen. It will be handling that almost forever. But when the peak power of that same speaker is like 800, yes, which is telling you, don't even get here. You can touch it, but don't stay there. We will be going on a short break. I believe that you are gaining some knowledge as it relates to amplifier and speaker matching. It's still Audiopolis on this street, and like I said, we are yet to balance, but we'll balance before we go. We'll be right back.
As we enter a new week, we are looking forward to fresh beginnings, new events, and unforgettable experiences. Our dedicated team at Digits 1024 Solutions is working hard behind the scenes, making sure that every sound, every beat, and every moment is set to be extraordinary. Every piece is being carefully checked, expertly cleaned, and thoroughly tested to guarantee quality sound, from microphones to mixing consoles, amplifiers to speakers. Everything is being given a thorough check to ensure top performance with no compromises. Our commitment to you, our valued clients, is unwavering. Whether it's a corporate event, a grand celebration, or an intimate gathering, we are making sure your stories are told with precision and clarity. Behind every vibrant sound is a team making sure every moment in the spotlight is perfectly amplified. When your moment arrives, our precision and passion are there to ensure every sound, every note, and every voice is unmistakably heard, felt, and treasured. Welcome to a world of live sound, brilliance, and unforgettable moments. Welcome to Digits 1024 Solutions, where every beat counts.
Welcome back. It's good to have you here on this street of Audiopolis, and we're talking about amplifiers and speaker matching. We trust that the information you're going to get today will probably help your budget and help how you do things going forward. You will not pack full speaker, inside one channel. Fear God now. You know. So we're back, and we've talked about, the rating of the speakers and the things that you see at the back of the video. So we will dive into amplifiers. I will not bore you about the various types of amplifier, the classes, you know, and all that. Power amplifiers, they can be 2 channels, they can be 4 channel, it's all right. But the amplifiers also have their own rating. And so let's talk about the power amplifiers. As a rule of thumb, in matching your speakers to your amplifier, as a rule of thumb, your amplifier should actually have what we call headroom. It should have at least 50% of the power of your speaker. In other words, cool down, calm down. In other words, if your program, the program power of your speaker is, let's say, 500 watts, is 500 watts, it means that you should be going for an amplifier that is 500 divided by 2, that will be 250. That 250, add it to 500, it will give you 750 watts. So you should be looking for an amplifier that can do 750 watts at the specific homes, maybe at 4 homes or at 8 homes, depending on the resistance of your speaker. Ben, yes, what do you think? I mean, this is the rating, and I know that, okay, it's always a problem of budget, but then this is our own recommendation. What do you think?
All right. I want viewers to first of all know that it is the speaker that determine how powerful your amplifier is going to be.
The choice of your amplifier.
The choice of the amplifier. So we talk about the power handling of the speaker, also the resistance of the resistance of the speaker. So also by the time you want to choose the amplifier that's going to match that particular speakers, we have to make sure, just like my MD rightly said, that it must be at least 50% or 50% or 25% higher than the speakers. So if you have a speaker that is rated at 500 watts as program, going for the amplifier, it must be maybe 750 higher. And then ohms also matter. If the speaker is rated at 4 ohms, we must also go for amplifier that's going to give us exact ohms rating. Otherwise, there is going to be an excess heat generated, which is going to definitely have side effects on both the speakers and the amplifier.
Yes. Today, you will know why your speaker or your amplifier is frying. Now, every day, you will be changing Twitter, changing woofer. You will go to the market and start recoiling. These are the things that happen. One of the very basic mistakes is that you have wrongly matched your speakers with the amplifiers that you are using. Some amplifiers have no business in combining speakers together. If an amplifier is 750 watts at 4 ohms, 750 watts at 4 ohms, the only thing you can do, and the speaker that should be serving from that power amplifier should be a speaker that is 500 watts at 4 ohms. 500 watts at 4 ohms. That is what the speakers, that's the kind of speaker you should use. So when you have that, you are able to, your 500 watts at 8 ohms, So when you have that, you will be able to, when you combine them together, you would at least be able to have 4 ohms and an headroom for the amplifier. So take it like this. Ben can carry maybe 2 pieces of, he can conveniently carry 2 plastic chairs and carry it for a distance of 100 meters and may not even feel, anything, right? He has the power to be able to carry, so he can carry it for long. But when you now give him a dozen chairs to carry. Yes, Ben can carry it. The question is that can he carry it for long? Can he take it for long? So what's happening is that it's not as if your power amplifier will not do the work. They will amplify. Put 100 speaker on it, they will amplify. They will try to carry it, but some of them may not be able to take it for more than 5 seconds or for more than 30 minutes. You know, and so you need to understand the science between this matching so that you can, you know, allow your equipment to last longer. Your power amplifier is the one doing most of the work. So it needs to be more powerful. It needs to be stronger. It needs to be able to push what it needs to push as if it's not doing anything. You know, and that is the way you can preserve the life of your amplifiers
And the speaker.
and the speaker. If you have questions and comments, it will be lovely to have it in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe on this channel. We are talking about the amplifier and speaker matching. Amplifier and speaker matching. Before we go today, which I believe, and I believe that you have learned something something new. I have very good professionals in this industry that I know are going to put their word on this matter of amp and speaker matching. Let's begin to wrap it up. And one thing that concerns me is why I mean, I don't know the team I'm going to fall in now, whether it is the amp that usually gets balls or the speakers. But from our statistics, I think it is speakers that that usually that are usually that hits the damage most of the time. So, and the question is that why do I have my speakers always damaged, especially the tweeter?
Okay, just like we've rightly discussed here, we have to make sure that we use the right amplifier for its purpose. If the amplifier is underrated, for instance, we all know that the rating power of this speaker is 1,000.
Yes.
And then, obviously, because of the cost effective or whatever, we have to go to Alaba there. Omo give us a amplifier because the cabinet is very big and it's 500 watts. Say it will carry it. We discovered that just
some will even think you will find model. You will find MLX 4200. You say this amplifier now 4,200 watts.
So when it is underrated, and just like MD said, how long can I carry a dozen of chairs from one place to another before I crash? So if the amplifier is come up and in the next few minutes we discover that it cannot really sufficiently push out the electricity, the electric signal that's supposed to, what will happen is the amplifier will send wrong signal to the speakers, which the high frequency, which is very delicate part of the speakers, will be the first one to
their resistance is always very low.
Exactly. So it will be the first one to get burned. And even while saying, okay, we will still continue with this, continue with that, if the speaker is rugged enough, it will still be able to say, okay, even though now we don't have the normal wave again, we're having square wave, everything is distorting. The speaker will like, okay, I'm not the only one that will feel this heat. It will help you return your bad signal back to the amplifier, and when the conflict is much, amplifier will fry. Will just say pra pra pra. Before you know, the whole thing is gone.
I'm sure you have witnessed if you have witnessed such kind of story, please share your story there. I mean, where you see a speaker literally bringing out fire, smoke, while a program is on, or even an amplifier bringing out smoke. If you have witnessed such, please share your story, such that you know that we are not just saying stuff here that we have not experienced. you will need to know these things while you are trying to make design, system design. I mean, while you are patching and while you are, mixing and powering your equipment. It's very important that you know the specification of your speakers and your amplifiers and you rightly match them. Of course, for budget reasons, we compromise a few things here and there, but you must understand what you are doing. And if you understand this speaker and amp matching, it will go a long way in not just saving you money, but also saving your equipment. Right? So if you have questions for us, we'll be glad to receive your questions. We're glad to receive your questions. This is how we are going to wrap it up today. Ensure that whatever you are doing out there on this city of audio, you are creating a balance. I don't want us to leave here and begin to fry speakers. You will not fry your own, no. All right. So please, as we leave your face today, continually be responsible to whatever you have been given to do in your respective field. This is Audiopolis. Please like, comment, and don't forget to click that subscribe button. We are sure to always give you educative content on anything that has to do with the audio visual industry. My name is Gboyega, and Ben, I think it's time to say bye-bye to them.
Bye-bye. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Bye. See you.